Hello, everybody. Tyler here with Facebook Master Guest Drew Franklin.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome back, guys. And today I decided to do a video that I've been wanting to do for, I think a year and a half. So, let's go and get started. Oh my god, do I have to vent. Basically, my purpose of this video is, do we really need all these sequels? Oh, excuse me. Do we really need all these sequels and remakes and reboots? Do we really need them? I mean, let's face it. Pretty much everything is being remade now, and everything's just turning into a cash grab to make more money and to make more products of theirs, so people keep supporting it and yada yada yada. Well, that stuff can be understandable, but still, I just think it's pretty unnecessary for all these remakes to be coming out. Like, okay, let's see, we're getting a Titanic 2 next year, I think. We're getting a Titanic 2, which I can't wrap my hand around because that's like 23 years after the first film. The film's almost 22 years old already. It just seems like everything is getting remade. Look, we're getting, and sequels. Look, we got Speed 1, Speed 2, and we got a sequel to. We're getting a sequel to Avatar someday. I don't know exactly when we're getting a sequel to Avatar, what year or what, but they've announced it for a few years now, so I'm not even sure when the second one's coming out. Huh? And Avatar was the highest grossing movie of all time in 2009, I think. And let's see, we got a sequel to Speed, sequel to Independence Day, which came out a couple of years ago. We got a sequel, we got a reboot to Jumanji called Zathura. Zathura sucked, but I'll keep the movie for collection purposes. It just seems like we need more original content. I mean, this is so lacking. I mean, look, we got sequels to Spy Kids. It's just like we're getting sequels to everything. We're getting a Toy Story 4. Toy Story 2 and 3 sucked, in my opinion. Sorry to face it, but I hate those movies. If you like them, then fine. But I did not care for them at all. Uh-huh. But anyways, another thing is, that's another reason why I just have to call it out, because there's so many sequels coming out. They made G.I. Joe sequels, they made Transformers sequels, they made, oh my god, it'll take me literally the whole video just to name all the sequels they've made. Bruce Almighty, sequel to Bruce Almighty called Evan Almighty. Just so many sequels are coming out. So many famous movies are getting sequels or remade altogether. It's just like, dude, you that out of ideas? I mean, look, I understand you're probably like way out of ideas, but this is gonna get old real quick. I mean, nothing but sequels have been coming out lately. Now they're making an Incredibles 2, like, how many years after the first film? Almost 13. What the heck? Almost 13 years? It just doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, why? And they're also making a live action Laying a Tramp, which is going to be terrible. There's not a doubt in my mind that movie is going to suck. But again, if you guys like it, feel free. I personally just think it looks like a load of crap, so yeah, I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to waste my money on it. Same with the Lion King remake. No. Same with the Aladdin remake also. No. Not wasting my money. Even if it gets 100% Rotten Tomatoes, which I will highly doubt, but even if it gets 100% Rotten Tomatoes, guess what? I will still not go see it! Because I'm saving my money, and I'm not letting Disney have my cash. Because I am not supporting this type of nonsense. And again, guys, this is my opinion. I know this will be one of my more controversial videos. There's going to be a lot of likes and probably an equal amount of dislikes, and fair enough, But I personally just feel like I should be allowed to talk about my opinion and share it with you guys on the internet. Okay, so we got a sequel to Spider-Man, a couple sequels to Spider-Man. Oh, see, like probably 2 spin-offs already. Uh, we got 3 freaking Despicable Me films. Didn't even like the first one. Why? Why continue the franchise? Well, I know probably for kids, but come on. Like, could you at least make shorts on, like, DirecTV or some other channel where they could watch it there and they could actually not pay money? They could just watch it for free, even though it's probably not going to happen because, you know, companies are greedy, so. But still, it just seems like everything is getting a sequel, either sequel or rebooted or remade somehow. It's just kind of driving me nuts. I mean, it's something I've kind of have wanted to call out for a while, but I've been very generous. I haven't really done anything about it. But nowadays, I'm starting to step up, and I'm like, step up your game, seriously. I mean, they made a freaking Jungle Book live-action remake, which looks atrocious. It looks terrible, in my opinion, honestly. It looks worse than the freaking 1995 film, or 1994 film, whatever the hell that year came out. And they've made Inspector Gadget 2. Might as well make it Inspector Gadget 3. I mean, might as well, because there's just so much coming out. It's just, what's next? Are they going to make a sequel to Prime? Are they going to make a sequel to... Oh, they already made a sequel to Hollow Man. Haha. And they also made a sequel to The Grudge. They made a sequel to... Holy moly. Like, almost all movies. What's next? Sequel to Big Daddy? Sequel to Anger Management? Sequel to Broken Arrow? Is that what's happening next? Sequel to Hook? Sequel to... Or even a remake? They already made a remake of Peter Pan by another company. Just stop. Please put more effort into your stuff. I mean...
that call got to come up on me again. However, I feel like the sequel, so I can't give up on them.
I mean, I'm just so blown away at how many sequels are coming out. I mean, I can't even think of... I don't even think I could think of a single original film that came out this year by far. I don't even think I can come up with one. And they also made a sequel to The Incredibles. They made a freaking sequel to Finding Nemo. Literally, it was... Oh, I hope I'm not screwing this up, but I think it was 13 years after the original, which I think is stupid. It's like, if a movie is already very old, why make a sequel and downgrade it? I mean, a lot of people probably liked it. Good for you, but I didn't. I personally didn't. I know I'm probably a harsh critic, and I should just accept some of this, but look, we have to be honest. This is turning into corporate greed. This is turning into corporate greed. We have to step up and say, no. We need more original films. Hell, honestly... I mean, oh, there's so many ideas out there they could do. I mean, they're making so many sequels. It's like, for all those sequels, you could have spent money on making actual cool films, and then maybe people would support you still. Oh, at least me, maybe. But, yeah, I know, they probably are making some good movies too, but just, I had a lot of garbage out there. Like, especially the modern day Disney. Oh, God, don't even get me started. Frozen, failure. They're making a sequel to it. Ugh, ain't happening. I am not going to go see it this time. Can't believe I went to go see the first film. And good news. When the sequel comes out, I'm not seeing it. I'm avoiding it, like the plague. And, honestly, I think they made too many Pirates of the Caribbean movies. It's just, they're making so many remakes. It's just, do we really need all of these? I mean, it's just, especially when they're not even really that good. They're not, like, A Good Day to Die Hard. What the heck was that? I mean, the fourth film was alright. It wasn't terrible, but the fifth one, they ruined it. They ruined a good franchise with Bruce Willis. It's just, it was such a disappointment. And, And it's just, people are starting to hate some of these sequels. Step up your game, guys. And not only that, Warner Brothers made a Tarzan remake as well, which I think is stupid. Again, just ruining our childhood and just cashing in on it. I hate that. I truly hate that. I mean, it's like, come on, guys. I understand you're out of ideas, but you really have this much money, and you had this many years to come up with something, and you can't come up with anything. Why don't you re-release some of your older movies that did well? Like, why not re-release the original ones? Like, re-release Aladdin in the theaters again. The last time it was in the theaters was like 1992. That was, how many years ago? Like 26 years ago? Am I mistaking there? I hope not. But, yeah, around 26 years ago. It's like, come on, guys. Re-release Mary Poppins, the original. I know they're making a remake of that. Screw that noise. The original was already live action. You don't need another live action Mary Poppins. It's just unnecessary. Like, who was in the streets crying out for this movie? I don't even think really anybody was. And Disney just wanted to do it anyway. It's just like, again, it's corporate greed, and I have to put I have to put my foot down. I have to say no more, because I know I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that thinks like this. Just, I want less sequels is basically what I'm saying. I want less sequels. I want more original films. There's sequels to like freaking everything now. I'm pretty sure they even made a Hollow Man 3, I think. It's like, golly! Re-release the first film or something! For younger people that might have missed it when it came out. Because they were too young to go see it or whatever.
Yeah.
Why punish the people that wasn't able to see it back in the 90s, 2000s, early 2000s, or maybe even the freaking 80s? Why not re-release more of those? Re-release, the good ones. Like, let's say the first... Hell, I'd even say Avatar. Re-release that. People would be freaking happy. Plus, it was one of the most popular movies that's come out over the last decade. Or even, hell, I'd even say re-release Titanic again. Or, even though I know it's really re-released again. But honestly, I prefer re-releases over just constant remakes and sequels. I mean, sure, remakes and sequels, you haven't actually seen what they're like before, but it's just, I really am starting to not like the idea of what they're doing. I just think it's kind of, it's just mainly, they're just turning it into cash grabs, and most of the remakes and sequels aren't even getting that good of reviews. I mean, yeah, sure, some of the Disney ones have gotten great reviews, but personally, I can't stand them. Again, if you like them, that's fine. I just didn't enjoy them at all. There was not even a single memorable moment in that freaking Beauty and the Beast remake. I was forced to sit through over at my school. Oh, it was awful. Can't believe I had to sit through it. It was, one of the worst Disney remakes I've ever seen. It literally put a gun to my childhood. It absolutely did. I just hate that they're making live action. And one time they were announcing a live action Winnie the Pooh. I'm not sure what's still happening or not, but that's gonna look stupid! What are you gonna do with the CGI bear? How is that gonna look good in live action? How? How is that made? I don't even think Winnie the Pooh was even made for live action at all. I mean, it's just not something that seems like live action wise to me. It doesn't. It just sounds like a recipe for disaster, at least in my opinion, but think about it. What do you think they would do in that case? Again, that's just desperately wanting money. Oh, also, they made 3 Smurfs movies. The first one was awful. Second and third one I avoided because I didn't want to waste my money, and I never will. Smurfs 2 and 3, I heard were even worse, so I was like, you know what? No, not watching them. Those movies can go screw themselves. I don't care about them. But seriously, like, it just seems like everything is getting sequels and remade now. I mean, they're making a sequel to Titanic. Drew, what else are they making? Look it up. Let's talk about what else they're doing. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more out there that I didn't mention. And, guys, by the way, this is the reason why I am not looking forward to The Incredibles 2. This is the exact reason I'm not looking forward to The Incredibles 2. Now, a lot of people should be like, dude, you should look forward to it, but I don't. I'm sorry. I really am not looking forward to it because I know the way Disney is going, and I don't think they can redeem themselves after how much they screwed me over the years.
Well, they made Cars 2 and 3 as well.
Yeah, they made a Cars 2 and 3, which was unnecessary. Didn't even enjoy the first one, so I was just like, 2 and 3? Yeah. Why? And the third one came out last year. I was like, man, are you serious? You making another freaking Cars movie? Oh my, it was so bad. It's just...
It'll be on June 15th of 2018.
I know.
Well, the first one's from 2004.
The first one's from 2006, correction. Yeah.
Actually, the first one was 2004, The Incredibles.
Oh, The Incredibles came out in 2004. Yeah, that's correct. Sorry. I thought you said Cars for a second. What else is getting remade? Or sequeled to? I can't believe they're making a sequel to Titanic. I personally just don't think it's gonna do good. I mean, why even make a sequel to Titanic if you haven't even the first film came out like, oh my god, it came out before I was born. It came out in 1997. How many years was that ago? Almost 21 years ago? Holy crap. Almost 21 freaking years ago. It'll be almost 22 years. It'll be 22 years when that movie comes out. 22 years old. When are we going to draw the line? When are we going to draw the line? There has to be a line drawn somewhere. I mean, this is just corporate greed. I mean, this is beyond just sequels now and remakes. This is corporate greed we're talking about. We're dealing with. Again, if you guys really enjoy them, okay then. But I just personally, myself, I am just disgusted in these companies' practices, and I believe that they should be trying a lot harder than they are. I understand they probably are taking a long time to make movies and stuff, but look. If this was the case, then why did you make so many original movies back in the day? Why? Why didn't you just make sequels, like, all the way back then, like, 1, 2 back... Oh, yeah, they did that. The Return to Far... Derp. Why didn't they make a... no. That was already done, too. Dang it! Why didn't you make a Lion King 2, then? They did in 1999. Why don't make a sequel to Oliver and Company? Okay, that's a good one. Make a sequel to Oliver and Company, then. Or... hell, Cinderella! Make a Cinderella 2! Oh, I know they already did. Not again. But anyway, you get my idea. You get my point. It's just like, it just seems like a slap in the face that they're just throwing so many sequels out there this generation. It's just like, I don't even remember a single... the last movie I saw in theaters was like in July of last year. I'm not even joking, because nothing has interested me. Nothing. Because these companies are just so greedy. It's like, they're being so greedy that at this point that I don't even want to give them my money, because I already know they're just trying to screw me over and leave my opinions in the dust and all that, and just ignore it, and just, I mean... Again, I understand. Some of it does make some sense, but again, just why don't you just make more original films? Think of, come on, you're saying out of thousands and thousands and thousands of people all in that freaking crew can't think of a single idea of a movie. Is that what you're telling me? Well, how about you at least have communications with your fans? can you at least, how about you ask them what they want from you? If they want these sequels, then alright, alright, but just ask them. Maybe they'll have an idea. But no, you can't, are you? Because you're too big of a company and you have to make your money somehow. Because you have to put a name of the movie of a movie that a lot of people know and enjoy. So you get more money. It just seems like greed is really taking over everything now. I mean, the movie industry, too. It's starting to really take a big hit, too. Personally, what I have to say is I really just think remakes and they're just being way overblown. They're making insane amounts. They're making just so many. It's like, I mean, I actually was surprised that they made a couple original movies last year. Like, Baby Driver. I was not expecting Baby Driver to come out. It was actually pretty decent. That was the most recent movie I saw in theaters right there. Boom, Baby Driver. That was the most recent movie I saw in theaters. It was in July of 2017. It was actually not that bad. It was a pretty good film. But anyways, I can't stand it anymore. Like, it's just driving me crazy that these movies are still doing well. I mean, again, if you guys enjoy them, that's fine with me, but I'm just saying, you know, I'm expressing my opinion because I personally I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting sick of companies just becoming so greedy and just rushing stuff with all the sequels and remakes. I mean, it just seems like everything is getting remade now. I mean, holy cow, we're getting a sequel to freaking Titanic now. What's next? Sequel to Mouse Hunt, sequel to Polly, sequel to Old Yeller. Oh, I think they already did that. I'm not even sure. I have a feeling they already did that because you know Disney nowadays, they just are absolutely going insane to get their paycheck, and I'm just like, dude, this is ridiculous. Just stop. I mean, what is it gonna make you? You already have so much money. You have more money than almost anybody combined. I mean, and yet you're still doing this. It's like, dude, just do something with it. Act like you care. Ask your fan base what they want to see from you. That's all I'm saying. And if people are getting sick of these remakes and sequels, don't keep making them. And guys, we do have a Facebook Messenger guest again. We have another one of Rianne Tyler Moore.
Yay.
Hi. I'm talking about, are these movies really necessary? All these sequels, remakes, yada yada yada. Are these truly? Do they truly need to be remade? Yes or no? Honestly, I have to say, in most cases, not every case, but in most cases, no. And I've already explained. But I'll go and explain again if you want me to. I'm gonna explain.